Hey, good morning, everyone. I gotta tell you, it's funny. It's still, the sun's just coming up here, and it was dark, and I'm in the bathroom being quiet, fumbling around, and I was like brushing my teeth and all that stuff, and then I was like, oh, I should probably put some lipstick on. That's the one thing I can go without anything, but I gotta have lipstick on. So when I went to put it on, I got out and I'm like, oh my God, that's the bright red stuff first thing in the morning. Hey, Paula, nice to see you here. So it was pretty funny. I wanted to, so we're on day 3 of this book, and I want to read the dedication again. And I think, let's see. So dedication, dedicated to all who feel they have lost their way in the ego's world of emotional suppression and spiritual materialism. Sorry, I have notifications coming up. May this help you feel through feelings. May this help you heal through feeling fully and freely. May this help you find the light within you that guides you through this life and brings you back home to your most authentic self. I think I'm going to read that again. Hey, Marcia, let's see. Great lipstick matching the flowers on the wall. I know, and it was an accident. So I guess there's no accidents. Marcia, I always love how you comment, especially when I have the red lipstick. Hey, Cindy. So Paula, Marcia, Cindy, that's who I can see is here. It's funny how I get emotional when I read this stuff at times myself, and that's why I would say, if you've ever written something and you go back and you reread it, you're like, who wrote that? And what I think is, I'm going to use the word channel. We're all channels for divine source, God, whatever you want to call it. And when we get out of our own way, and not like, oh, just get out of your own way. My God, not at all. But when we learn to sort of let go, I have literally been down on my knees crying. And I was raised Catholic, so I was raised in a very patriarchal culture, and it's all about, you're born unworthy and you've got to spend your whole life trying to be worthy. And you hear that enough, especially as a child when you're in theta brainwave, like 0 to 8. You start to believe it. You're born unworthy. So you spend the whole rest of your life trying to become worthy. And even in Catholicism, you're born with original sin scored on your heart as an infant, like you're born wrong. And there's so many things that as I've unraveled all this through my own tapping, that I realize it's a crock of shit that we all got fed in whatever variations we are, that we're not worthy, that we have to earn our worthiness, that we're not deserving of love and support, all those things. And it's about unlearning it. And that's why when I read this stuff sometimes and I find that I feel emotional, I remember too my own journey through this, and it's still a journey, and it's still an epic journey. I had someone say to me once, you're always kind of like doing stuff for yourself, meaning not like, they were saying like you're always kind of educating yourself on yourself or fixing yourself. I'm like, yeah, probably will be the rest of my life, because I lost my way somewhere along the path. I forgot the truth of my being, and I want to remember that. And with the egocentric culture that we live in every day, all day long, we have so many opportunities to keep forgetting, to keep losing our way. And to me, it takes vigilance, and not like every day, all day long, I've got to be sitting here and reading books like this. No, and this book might not be for you. You'll trust that you'll find your own thing, but it's that intention setting to go, today, in this moment, it's not even today, in this moment, I'm conscious. So can I ask for guidance and direction? In this moment, I'm conscious. Can I pay attention to what's going on in my head and start to realize that I've had these different variations of me, the bully, the inner child, who's running my show, And how can I help myself transform in this moment through that? So I want to read the dedication again. So, dedicated to all who feel they have lost their way in the ego's world of emotional suppression and spiritual materialism. May this help you heal through feeling fully and freely. May this help you find the light within you that guides you through this life and brings you back home to your most authentic self. And I would tell you, my journey back to continues to be my authentic self is not always a pretty journey. I've literally been on my knees weeping, not like I feel like I've got to beg God. I still have some of that in me. I see that, but it's just more like I felt so lost and so forlorn. I was like, I don't know what to do. So that said, I want to give you that. We're all on a journey, and we're all on our own unique journey. And when we start to compare ourselves to others, we always lose. We always lose because we're either better than someone else or we're worse than someone else. And it's starting to learn to go, wait, Dad, this is my journey and this is my way, and they may do it that way, but this is right for me. And that takes some incredible unhooking from patterns of thinking that we've had. So that said, January 3rd. So today's January 3rd. Feelings are just visitors. Let them come, let them go. Unknown. For me, there are days, maybe even weeks and months, that quotes like this are cringe-worthy for me. I get the point. But what we have here is a failure to communicate fully. Get my drift? Here's my query. How? How do I let them come and go? I want to let feelings come and go, but they can surprise me more often than not. Just like yesterday's daily thought, it's the same here with a slight variation. I can ponder that it's highly likely that I'm judging myself for not letting them come and go. I mean, I hear these pithy quotes often. And what happens if I'm judging myself and not aware of it? I feel bad about myself for not letting them come and go. I'm not practiced at doing so. I wasn't encouraged to let feelings come and go. Whatever I was feeling was not okay. Sometimes I'm like a fly catcher for my emotions. They appear and I'm stuck to them like glue. I ruminate on them and they build momentum. What if this is okay? I ruminate on my emotions. I was virtually wired to do so. What if I can take this moment and just notice how I feel when I realize that it can be very challenging for me to let emotions come and go? What if I can notice that the thoughts that tell me I should be able to do better? What if I can pause and recognize that the muck in my head is a series of thought patterns unknowingly practiced repeatedly? I want to repeat that one. And what if I can pause and recognize that all the muck in my head is a series of thought patterns unknowingly practiced repeatedly, unknowingly? And what if I can consider accepting the part of me that ruminates on thoughts in this moment and send myself a little more loving kindness? I want to read that one. And what if I can consider accepting the part of me that ruminates on thoughts in this moment and send myself a little more loving kindness? It's okay, I do this. It is. And what if acceptance brings me relief and maybe even a little peace right now? What if and thought for the day. What if I really am okay as I am right now, no matter what? Hey, Ruth. And why I do this down in these like incrementals is I'm learning. It's a practice. It's okay that I'm behaving this way. That's why I go, you can't stop your thoughts, but you can interrupt them when you catch them. Most of the time in the beginning, you're not going to catch them. I mean, it takes time to unhook and go, oh my God, like who's running my show? What are these thoughts? These, in its most based down form, thoughts that we ruminate on are literally, and beliefs that we have are just thoughts we've been thinking over and over and over and over again. So they feel like truths. And I often say they're lies that feel like truths. Oh, you got the book this morning? Hey, Ruth. You know what I mean? Send me anything you see. You know what I mean, Ruth? You're a good little helpful copywriter. So let me tell you that is huge too. There's a time in my life, because we were really pushing to get this book out, and there was all these editing issues. So my daughter went through the whole thing, and my daughter is meticulous. Like she's way more so than I am. And then we sent it to the publisher, and what we come to find out is publisher's on a PC. My daughter and I are Macs. So whenever we're transferring this document, like all these edits and stuff that my daughter originally did, they just poof, went up in smoke until she sent them to me. So it was like we're doing triple work, and still there's stuff. And this is what I want to say about it. This is not perfect. It's not even close to. I'm already catching stuff again, and I've been combing through this thing. But I thought, you know what? If I give into that model of perfection, this thing's never going to get out there. And you know, let all who need it find it. And I'll freaking keep correcting it as I go. And I got to tell you, that is a huge shift in my own life, to let go of that, you know, and be like, okay, whatever. And if somebody has a problem with it, okay, that's okay. You can go and find something that's better for you. But it's just huge to have those things, to be more in our humanness, our humanity, and be like, I get the point here. I get it. And so I just wanted to share that with you too. That's just huge differences. And so there's an introduction, which is fairly long, but maybe I'll read that tomorrow. We'll see. It's not all that long. It's about as long as one of the days. But so that's it. Day 3. Tomorrow's day 4. And I want to wish you all well. Ruth, I'm so happy. I will. Your international team of editors, right, Ruth? Yes, all the way from London. Thanks for your support too, Cindy. So great to see you here, Marcia, Paula, and thanks for being here live. And I'm assuming it'll be pretty early tomorrow because we're hitting the road again. So I'm here for a day to unpack, repack. It's crazy, but it's just the way it is right now. So thanks everyone for being here live, and I'm gonna, as I can, I'm gonna post these to YouTube as well. Now that I'm home for 24 hours, I'm doing that. Hey Cheryl, nice to see you as well. So all right, everyone, and Cheryl, I think you just got on, you caught the tail end of it, so I'm going to post this shortly, and it'll be here for everyone to keep looking at. And again, as I can, I'll keep posting it. I'll start to post them on YouTube. All right, everyone, take good care. Bye for now.